Sneak dissing, we don't see the competition. I drop off a ransom note that your art is missing, nigga.
Pay us in full with the money, or she gon' get her fingers clipped off like Lil Sonny,
MRecktv.
MRecktv is sponsored by JustMarriedJane.com. It's a cannabis-themed apparel and merchandise. So you can go to their website. They got a lot of dope merch. JustMarriedJane.com. You see it on the screen. Check them out. A lot of dope apparel. And also follow them on Instagram at JustMarriedJane.
MRecktv breaking news.
Young New York City homeless people to get $1,250 each month in Citiback study. Young homeless people in the Big Apple will soon be getting $1,250 in no-strings-attached cash each month in a $2.5 million Citi-backed experiment to see if they use it to get off the streets and try to get jobs. The Trust Youth Initiative, partially funded by the city, will start with up to 40 homeless people ages 18 to 24, especially Black, Indigenous, Latinx and LGBTQ youth, the organizers said in a release. They will get the monthly cash for up to 2 years, with no limits on how they spend it, and larger upfront payments available to get into housing. A rigorous evaluation will then compare the outcomes and experiences of the target group with others getting smaller stipends and regular homeless services, such as access to shelters, City Hall said. Mayor Bill de Blasio insisted the cash will help uplift young people and reinforces our commitment to ending youth homelessness once and for all. AFP via Getty Images. The project's flexible approach aims to improve young people's stable housing and well-being by providing the means to afford the types of housing they choose and the supports to make investments in their own goals, education, and career development, City Hall said in a release. The project, which will open to significantly more youth in later phases, will cost $2.5 million, with $200,000 from the city and another $300,000 raised through the Mayor's Fund to Advance New York City, which is chaired by First Lady Chirlane McCray. The rest will come from private donations from various trusts and foundations. Participants will get the monthly cash for up to 2 years, with no limits on how they spend it. Hisner insisted the cash will help uplift young people and reinforces our commitment to ending youth homelessness once and for all. A recovery for all of us requires embracing innovating solutions to our most pressing challenges, he insisted in a statement. New York City is the place many young people from towns and cities across the country look to for hope and a home, particularly LGBTQI youth who disproportionately experience physical and mental health challenges and higher rates of homelessness and unemployment, McCray said. A rigorous evaluation will compare the experiences of the target group against others getting smaller stipends. Getty Images. The study was developed by Chapin Hall at the University of Chicago and Point Source Youth, which said in a joint release that direct cash transfer programs are supported by a vast international evidence base. Contrary to common beliefs, studies show that cash transfers to people experiencing adversity do not result in money poorly spent, increased substance use, or reduced motivation to work, the release stated. Evaluations have found that recipients mostly spend cash assistance on basic needs, that the financial support has helped people engage in education and productive employment, and that these programs tend to reduce risky behaviors and negative health outcomes. A rigorous evaluation will compare the outcomes and experiences of young people in the project to young people who receive smaller stipends for completing surveys and have continued access to services traditionally available, such as shelters and existing housing programs. According to personal banking site GeoBanking Rates, which analyzed take-home salaries in all 50 states, the average American takes home about $39,129 each year after taxes, which comes to $3,261 per month. For New Yorkers, the average annual income after taxes is $51,307, according to a USA Today article. Monthly, this comes out to about $4,275. A solution that works to end youth homelessness provides young people experiencing homelessness, especially historically marginalized queer, trans, black, indigenous, youth of color, directly and unconditionally, the totality of resources they need, said Larry Cohen, the co-founder and executive director of Point Source Youth. We must provide direct cash and youth-directed support so youth can exit youth homelessness and can flourish in life. Matthew Morton, the study's principal investigator from Chapin Hall, said that there's little research on how to prevent or curb youth homelessness, and what resources currently exist do not address long-term needs. It's time to evaluate this kind of support with young people who, for no fault of their own, don't have the same access to resources for meeting basic needs that many of their peers have during transitions to adulthood, Morton said. Providing direct financial assistance with supports to young people has the potential to empower them to make investments in their own success while helping to counter racial inequities stemming from legacies of injustice. Mayor Bill de Blasio lauded the program in a statement and said that it will help uplift young people and reinforce our commitment to ending youth homelessness once and for all. Point Source Youth announced the initiative in a Facebook post on Thursday, pictured. According to Point Source Youth, about 4,500 young people experience homelessness in NYC on any given night. According to Point Source Youth, about 4,500 young people experience homelessness in NYC on any given night. Furthermore, the number of young people living with their parents recently reached a majority for the first time since the Great Depression, at 52%. While NYC has invested in a robust crisis response system over the last few years, contributing to an increase in shelter beds and access to drop-in centers, a citywide youth homelessness system assessment underscored that critical gaps remain, the nonprofit wrote in a press release introducing the program. Among those include flexible, equitable and cost-efficient interventions to help young people exit homelessness and get on a path to thriving. To this end, direct cash transfers offer a promising solution. Morton told Bloomberg that youth homelessness is also harder to quantify than homelessness in adults because many young people sleep on their friends' couches or move in and out of parents' homes, especially in the case of LGBTQ youth who are rejected by the families. There's a tremendous amount of money spent on the youth homelessness crisis, Cohen told Bloomberg, adding that it costs $130.63 per day for every person being housed in an NYC shelter. If that money was placed in the hands of young people, we're excited to show better outcomes. There are currently universal basic income program in 15 states, according to a Mashable article that lists each state's programs. One such program in Denver was launched in April, called the Denver Basic Income Project, and also involves the city's homeless population. The program cost $5.5 million budget and was funded entirely through private donations. Denver's program will stagger varying payments throughout a year and grants $1,000 a month to 260 people, one payment of $6,500 and an additional $500 a month to 260 people and $50 to 300 people. Another similar program just yielded some results in Stockton, California. Dubbed Stockton's Economic Empowerment Demonstration, the program began in 2019, gave 125 of the city's residents $500 per month for 2 years. According to CNBC, The results showed that program participants were twice as likely to find full-time work compared to those who were not involved in it. Furthermore, participants reported to see improvements in their physical and mental health, as well as their ability to handle emergency expenses.
MRecktv breaking news.
No, you're the plug and such. You a joke's bound to happen if you slipping or you lacking. I'm gripping on the Mactin, ready for the action. Shots to make you break dance and have you do a backspin. I got more kicks than karate flicks. My whole team pushing Maserati whips. You on IG liking thotty pics. Shorty pocket broke, but her body fixed. Peace, world. To promote your music or promote your business by placing an ad on MRecktv, contact MRecktv promo, MRecktv promo @gmail.com. Peace. Oh yeah, subscribe to MRecktv, youtube.com/MRecktv. I'm gone. M.Reck TV. It's got a music.